All right, so the point of using a grid for this project is to help you go from this small photo, it's a 4x6-inch photo, to this large piece of paper. Okay, so this paper is 3 times the size of your reference photo. So it might be a little hard to figure out where to put things. So this grid will help you. So you can see here, there are 6 squares up top here. We have 6 squares here, all right? And then we have 4 squares down and 4 squares down on the reference photo. So each square matches up with a square in here, okay? So for instance, let's start with this one up top here. So this goes here, all right? So I'm gonna take my reference. You'll wanna do this with a 4H pencil. I'm just doing this with a number 2 so you can see better. So we've got this kind of little curve, but I'm gonna start off with a line. So we got this little line here, and then we've got the curve here of the puzzle piece. It gets kind of close to the top, and it kind of curves in. And then this line right here, it goes all the way up. Okay, it's kind of past the halfway point. All right, and then this puzzle piece kind of comes back in on the edge, like so, and then it's gonna curve out towards the edge again, a little bit above. It's kind of flat, okay? And then this, it comes out, and there's a little bit of a gap, and then you can kind of come up and curve for it, and then it's gonna kind of curve down, scotch. And I'm going kind of light. You can see how my fingers, my hand is kind of in the middle part of the pencil. That makes it so I can be nice and light. Okay, so I'm gonna follow this puzzle piece. It's gonna curve up into the next. Okay, and we kind of come down. All right, I'm looking at this line here, and kind of come up. Okay, and then we've got this line here. It's kind of the same part of the piece. Comes down just a little bit. I think I went in a little too much. So I'm gonna fix that. Then kind of curve down, kind of to the halfway point, and I'm just gonna finish out this shape kind of with this curve down, okay? So this needs to come up a little bit. So I'm just kind of looking at my sketch, seeing kind of where I need to make some tweaks, making those tweaks, getting rid of the things that aren't quite right, which is why I'm sketching lightly. Okay, but the grid is gonna help you with the placement, everything. Like I'm looking here in this part, and I'm gonna come up into here. All right. And then it kind of goes across into here. Okay, so you can see I've finished out this little guy here. All right, and then you can make your fixes. Now you might be wondering, for the project, you know, do the shadows count as positive or negative space? Shadows are, in my book, negative space, so you just are worried about these puzzle pieces. So I'll come back once I've sketched this whole thing out, and you'll see how the grid can help you with the placement of everything.